What's going on, guys? Ryan the Mighty Quinn here, the cornerman _ MMA. Little break in UFC action, although there's a lot of other stuff coming up. But as far as UFC content for the next few weeks, the next fight's January 21st, Glover Teixeira, Jamal Hill. We're going to break down fight announcements. We're going to analyze and really get into what both fighters do strategically during these fights, what they shouldn't be doing strategically, all based on their tool set. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this one. Coaching is one of my passions, so I really am looking forward to this part the next few weeks. First fight we're going to break down is taking place in March on a fight night, I believe. It is Holm versus Yana Kunitskaya. Now, both ladies are coming off a loss. Um, Yana was just knocked out a few weeks ago in November. Holly had a tough, debatable against Ketlin Vieira uh, in May, I believe it was. I actually felt Holly won that fight, but it was fairly debatable. You're getting no argument from me. There's been much worse the last couple of weeks. So, all right, let's get into it. What should both fighters do? You have the ex-champion Holly Holm, who obviously known for kickboxing, her striking, had one of the greatest and biggest upsets in UFC history when she knocked out Ronda Rousey. So the thing that is special and the thing so unique about Holly is obviously she's got world class striking, but she's very diverse in her game. She doesn't have just like Chuck Liddell had that sprawling ball, that big right hand. I think that Vitor Belfort in his prime coming forward blitzing. You know, Alex Pereira has the standing kickboxing, the timing. The thing with Holly that's so good is that she can be both offensive, coming forward, blah, 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 da, 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 and be effective and score and knock down, but she can also be counteroffensive, creating angles off the shoulder, on her back pedaling, creating strikes, both with kicks too. Um, now, that which is the way I think that this fight should go for Holly. I think that Yana is very aggressive. I think that Holly will have more success. I'm not even sure if it's a 3 or 5 round fight. If that's the case, I think that kind of favors Yana a little bit. But I think that Holly would have more success. Staying off that shoulder, 2-3 handed, 2-3, two kick, two left right high kick, stuff like that. I think that she'll have a lot of success with the highs, with the lows and the fight. Stay away from the mid range against someone who wants to, kind of make it ugly. That kind of leaves you susceptible for takedowns. So I think that's the way to go. Be very disciplined, which Holly is. A lot of people don't realize how disciplined Holly Holm is in her game plan. She's able to stay off that shoulder, back pedal, and just point until the knockout is there. Then when she smells blood in the water, bam, go in and finish. That's how I would do it if I'm Holly. Now, if I'm Yana, you can't rush. I know in her last fight she showed to be over aggressive and went against her. She got a big hook, got dropped. It led to a ground and pound knockout. However, she does seem to be becoming confident in her game, confident in coming forward, which ultimately she needs to close the distance against Holly Holm. So that plays well for her there. Now, one thing she has going for her is she's training at American Top Team. American Top Team was training Amanda Nunes when they knocked out Holly. So they've seen this opponent before. They've game planned for her. One thing that I found interesting, and we'll get back to what Yana should be doing in a minute, is this fight's at bantamweight, not featherweight. Now, why do I think that's interesting? I think that at featherweight right now, then cutting down to bantamweight. I think that she's a little bit older. She's a fairly, even though she's lean, she's a fairly muscular lady. I think that she has more juice when she's up at featherweight. That's what I think. But obviously, her last fight was at bantamweight. She looked good. This fight's at bantamweight. Clearly, difference to her. Um, so back to what Yana should do. So Yana needs to close that distance. How does she do it without getting knocked out? She needs to move that head with her punches, make it ugly, create different angles, punch, 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 punch. I don't really know if I would go for a takedown, just trying to make it ugly with the brawling punches. I'm trying to think of a good example of that these days. But that's how she should do it. Now, on top of that, you can't just keep coming forward nonstop. Holly's going to time that, cut off the corner, and clip you. You got to use that lateral footwork, which I talk about. Look back, Randy Couture versus Vitor Belfort versus Randy Couture versus Tim Sylvia. There's obviously been more recent times, but those are the most exploited, the most telegraphed versions of the lateral footwork that I like to see when Randy does it. What that might do is you come forward, you move lateral, it kind of could paint Holly into a wall. Keep her in that corner and brawl, throw those big, heavy strikes that she likes to throw. Yana does seem very good at that. So I go about it. Again, I'm not sure if it's a 3 or 5 round fight. Please comment if you know. I'm not sure if it's headlining at night. I do think that with this style, for Yana to win, it's better for 15 minutes to come forward than 25 and be a little more aggressive. 25 minutes, I think, favors Holly. She could be disciplined. She can even eat around, So that's what I got, guys. Let me know what you think. Looking forward to this year ahead. Bye.